The Halal Times, the voice of Ummah. European football has once again been dragged into the heart of politics and morality. UEFA, the governing body of European football, has launched disciplinary action against both Polish club Rakow Czestochowa and Israel's Maccabi Haifa after provocative banners were displayed by their fans during Europa Conference League qualifiers this month. On August 7th, Rakow fans unveiled a banner at their home leg that read, "Israel commits murder while the world remains silent." For this, UEFA fined the Polish club €10,000, while an additional €30,000 fine was imposed for pyrotechnics used in the second leg in Hungary. The incident, however, did not end there. One thing we have learned from the ongoing war in Gaza is that Israel and all pro-Israelis are always ready to seize an opportunity to use it as an excuse to escalate their actions in a significantly larger manner. To date, after executing more than 62,000 Palestinians, they still use the excuse of the October 2023 attacks on Israel so that they can continue to defend themselves forever. In the return fixture on August 14th, Maccabi Haifa fans responded with a banner of their own, one that read, "Murderers since 1939. This message, directed at Poles, sparked outrage across Poland, with officials calling it an insult to the memory of millions of Polish citizens who perished during World War II, Jews and non-Jews alike. Polish President Karol Nawrocki condemned the act as scandalous, while the US nominee for ambassador to Poland, Tom Rose, called it disgusting, outrageous, and shameful. UEFA swiftly described the banner as not fit for a sports event and charged Maccabi Haifa with improper conduct. But let's take a step back and examine the core of this clash. The banner displayed by Polish fans, "Israel commits murder while the world remains silent," was not a lie. It was, in fact, the truth, a heartbreaking truth. Today, in Gaza and the West Bank, Israel carries out near-daily ethnic cleansing, forced displacement, airstrikes and executions. The entire world, with full access to social media, sees the horrifying images: babies starving to death, fathers gunned down while collecting aid, and entire families buried under rubble, and yet the world remains silent. When confronted with this reality, Israeli fans had no defense. They could not deny it because the evidence is too overwhelming. So instead of addressing the present, they chose to escape into the past, displaying a banner that read, "Murderers since 1939. But here's why that response not only fails, it is an injustice. Yes, World War II was a dark chapter and Jews suffered a horrific genocide, but it was a darkness for all. Millions of Poles too suffered under occupation, and while anti-Jewish sentiment did exist among some Poles, countless others risked and even gave their lives to shield Jews, to organize resistance, and to stand against German brutality. To paint an entire nation with the brush of murderers is historically false and deeply insulting to those who sacrificed alongside Jews. Moreover, the very reference itself makes no sense. The atrocities of World War II took place in a time when there was no social media, no mass communication, and much of the civilian world was kept in the dark about the true scale of the Holocaust. If the entire world had seen then what we see now, there would have been global outrage, global protests, and immense pressure to stop the extermination machine. But today, it is the exact opposite. The entire world can see what is happening in Gaza. Every image, every video, every testimony is there for the world to witness. And yet, the silence is deafening. The very governments and institutions that pledged never again after the Holocaust are allowing it to happen again. This is why the Israeli banner not only failed, but also backfired. Instead of confronting the horrific crimes their government is committing today, they attempted to weaponize the pain of the past. And in doing so, they dishonored not only the memory of Jewish victims, but also the Polish victims who shared their suffering. If anything, history should have taught Israel empathy, an empathy that should have made them the first to defend human life, the last to allow persecution, and the strongest voices against the mass termination of anyone, be they Palestinians or even Polish. Instead, what we see is the opposite. A state that boasts about its military might while children starve in Gaza. The Polish fans' banner was a painful truth. The Israeli fans' response was a historical distortion. And in the end, no amount of looking backward can justify what is happening in Palestine today. This is also the reason why there was a loud outcry even before the start of the tournament. The war crimes of Israel is too much to allow it to participate in any sports, or rather any intentional event. The football fans of Israel are the most racist and problematic fans. Last year too, they had created havoc, attacked Palestinian fans, and raised racist slogans against them in Amsterdam. It's high time the world boycotts them for their actions and the impunity with which they boast about their war crimes. Today, everyone is aware of the situation. Today, no one can claim ignorance. As the banner of Poland stated, Israel is actively carrying out a brutal onslaught against the Palestinians in broad daylight. Every day, everyone's social media feed is filled with heartbreaking images and videos. And still, the silence continues. That's all for today. If you found the video informative, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Jazakum Allahu khairan.